Hard work does yield fruit. To say that it doesn't would be a lie. Oh, did you not? It was in the small print. Did you not see that? Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you. It's written in invisible ink. How it affects the way you see your worth and how it affects your ability to rest and enjoy life. It's called the Passion of the Christ because that man suffered. That man suffered. I am a manifestation of their wildest dreams, and I do not think that they dreamed of hard labor. If I have to be slightly delusional in order to operate in this world without losing myself, then so be it. Ride a boy face like a Yamaha. Hello, hello, hello. My name is Ayamide and welcome back to the Experience. If this is your first time here, welcome. I'm very, very happy to have you here and I hope you stay a while. Before we get started, how are you? How you doing? How's your day going? How's your night going? I hope it's been good because we're about to get into some stuff that I think might sound a bit left, a bit not necessarily like sound, but I do encourage you to watch this to the end. Otherwise you will think I sound crazy and you might still think that by the end of this, but at least you would have gotten the full argument right and then you can make like a fully informed judgment. So you've seen the title. I think working hard is a scam. The things that I'm going to tell you woke me up from sleep at 5 a.m. They are downloads from the universe or or from my subconscious that decided to knock me awake and just have me deep them. I wrote them down and it was in a whole mess, so I tried to just make the most sense of this. Ultimately, just think of this as your friend ranting about like some wild thoughts that she had in the middle of the night, but at the same time I do really think that there's truth behind what I'm saying, and I've decided to view hard work or work in general from this perspective, and maybe you will too by the end of this video. Who knows? Let's get into it. Hi guys, it's Editing IO. I just want to say before we get into this video that I wasn't going to post this after I recorded it. I recorded it more than 2 months ago and for some reason I was just like nervous about it and just wasn't kind of like happy with it, but it was like a genuine thought that I had, and I've seen so many videos that are similar to this one. Most of them are called like I don't dream of labor and I don't have a passion or like I don't want a career, and it's similar to what I'm talking about. I just feel like, I guess because like those channels were a bit more established and they kind of had more of a structure, but I've decided to post it anyway, you know, 2.5 months later, and whatever happens happens. It's whatever. Like, this is the first video in a while that I'm like nervous about posting, but yeah, whatever happens happens, and I just wanted to put that out there and let you guys know. Yeah, so I hope you enjoy it. Let me know what you think. Let me know like how you feel about work and stuff, and yeah, let's officially get into it. Have you ever asked or wondered like why the term, the phrase, the doing of hard work is so revered? Like, why do I have to suffer or experience strain before people, and I include myself in that, think I deserve anything good? Because I think the word work already implies something hard or something that isn't easy, because if it didn't, surely we would just call it play or even life. So when I hear hard work, all I hear is the word hard twice, hard. So they want us to do something that already isn't necessarily easy in a more difficult way. And it's like, who wants that? Why would you want to do something that's hard in an even harder way? It doesn't make sense to me. I mean, we're told to follow the rules, work hard, and we'll be rewarded, right? And for most people, that does happen because, you know, hard work does yield fruit. To say that it doesn't would be a lie. But at what extent? At what cost? To the point that becomes a detriment to ourselves, to the point that we burn out, to the point of exploitation. And even the thing is, we're told to follow these rules and that will be rewarded, but they forgot to tell us that the rules are slightly different depending on the type of body that you occupy. They forgot to say that sometimes the rules don't apply at all depending on the wealth bracket that you come from. And then when you're surprised, or when anyone is surprised that, oh, I followed the rules, why am I not getting the reward? Why is the good life or whatever that was promised not happening? They'll be like, oh, did you not? It was in the small print. Did you not see that? Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you, it's written in invisible ink that only we have like the light or whatever to be able to see it. Hard work is a scam. Now don't worry, I'm not just gonna say working hard is a scam without coming with solutions. There are 3 different ways of working that I think can substitute working hard or hard work. And the first one, which I'm sure like everyone's heard of and gets told all the time, is working smart. So in an article written for Forbes, Rachel Dresdale summarizes working smart as figuring out what your strengths are and building a network around you to build upon those in order to reach goals in the quickest and most efficient way possible. But my favorite way of looking at working smart comes from a quote that's attributed to Bill Gates. I say that because some people aren't sure if he was actually the one that said it, but this is the quote. I choose a lazy person to do a hard job because a lazy person will find an easy way to do it. Lazy people have got it figured out. They know that working hard is a scam. Even Bill Gates knows that, which is why he hires lazy people, because he thinks there's an easy way to do this. So they find an easy way to do something that is already difficult, i.e. work. Okay, the second type of work that I would rather do other than work hard is challenging work. So now, before you ask me what's the difference between challenging work and hard work, just let me land, all right? One of the mantras that runs through Glennon Doyle's book, Untamed, is we can do hard things. Even though I literally love that book, like I highly recommend it, it changed the way I think about so many things, I would change we can do hard things to we can do challenging things. And I'll use my time at uni to explain what the difference is. We'll start with working hard. So there were times when I had to do hard things, work hard. These were things that I didn't enjoy and would probably never choose to do of my own will, but I knew I had to do them if I wanted to pass and get my degree or make some extra money. But doing them felt like going against the tide, like it was hard. And then there were the things that were challenging, more specific uni projects, self-improvement, learning new things, and I would class these things as challenging because I enjoyed myself while doing them, or in the long run. This wasn't me going against the tides, this was me going with the tides, going with that flow. And it was work, yes, and it was challenging, yes, but I enjoyed it. And that is the difference between challenging work and hard work. What I'm ultimately saying is, I just don't think you work hard when you're doing something that you love, when you're doing something that you like. You do challenging work or you work passionately, which, cool little segue, which brings me to the third way of working passionately. Now we all know what passion means, you know, a strong emotion or feeling, but there's another meaning of passion that is now somewhat obsolete. And if we look at the etymology of the word, it comes from two words. So passio, which is Latin, and pathos, which is Greek, and both of them mean suffering. So passion, the passion that we know to mean a strong emotional feeling, strong love for something, once meant or also means suffering. I mean, that's why the Passion of the Christ is not called the Passion of the Christ because it was like, oh my God, Jesus loved the world so much. Jesus loved his people so much that he chose to die on the cross. No, it's called the Passion of the Christ because that man suffered. That man suffered, all right? And that's why it's called the Passion of the Christ. So if we take the modern meaning and the now obsolete version, meaning of passion, then it means doing something that you love, that you're willing to suffer for. I know somebody even said that I just don't think you can be passionate about something and not be willing to suffer for it. And you know what's funny? Is that obviously most people associate passion with a strong positive feeling, like a strong love, but you can also say I hate someone with a passion. And if you hate someone with a passion, that means that hate that you have, you're also causing your own suffering. That's so mad, because that's why most of the time when we hate things, like obviously it doesn't feel good, like it's, that's why like hate is a form of suffering, self-suffering. Like when you're a hater, you're really hurting yourself, babes. But I digress. I digress. Let me get back to the point. So for me personally, and I think most people would agree, I don't want to suffer, but I don't mind pain that I enjoy.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Pain that feels good. I swear it's a kind of masochism. It adds flavor, it adds spice. You know? Remember when I mentioned in my sibling tag video with my sister that someone said people that enjoy spicy food just like the taste of pain? That's what passion is. That's what working passionately is. Now tell me, can you handle your spice? Because do you know what hard work is? Hard work is food that tastes bad. It's inedible. My palate rebukes it. As soon as it touches my tongue, I'm spitting that thing out. And the only way I'm swallowing in it is if you force feed. The only way you can get me to swallow it is if my life or the life of someone I love and care for depends on it. Or if you mix it with some of that spicy food I like so it doesn't taste as bad. Do you get me? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, is it making sense? I just think those other alternatives to working hard is something that we should really consider. I know not everyone has the luxury to do what they want and focus solely on their passion yet, because I believe and want that for all of us. Like, I believe that that can be our lives and our story, but I'm aware that not everyone has that luxury. And I'm not saying to drop everything, I'm not saying to stop working, I'm saying rethink the notion of hard work and how what we're told to think and how you see that word now, how you see that action now affects the way you see the world around you, how it affects the way you see yourself, how it affects the way you see your worth, and how it affects your ability to rest and enjoy life. Because maybe we don't work hard, maybe we don't do any of the alternatives that I said, maybe we just work. Plain old simple work. Because really, what's wrong with that? Do you think that my ancestors want to see me break my back in order to live if the breaking of my back is not by my choice? No. I am a manifestation of their wildest dreams, and I do not think that they dreamed of hard labor. I think they want enjoyment for me. I think they want leisure for me where I don't almost collapse in order to feel like I've earned it.
It's time for me to shake my ass on a yacht. In a song.
So if you see me working hard, no you didn't. No you didn't. If you see me working hard, ask me if I'm doing it by choice. And if the answer is no, then I guess I'm doing that thing that we all have to do sometimes, which is doing things that we don't want to do. But if the answer is yes, and it's by choice, then baby, I'm not working hard. I'm doing challenging work. I'm working passionately. I'm working smart. I'm in my masochism bag. And honestly, if I can live my life where in terms of work, it's 95% working passionately and only 5% working hard, then I've cracked the code. Although I'd still rather not work at all. Period. Despite everything I've said, I would honestly rather just not work at all. Because honestly, I want ease. I want easy, breezy, beautiful cover girl. Alright, so we're coming to the end of this video, and I'm very aware that some of the things I've said may come across as like delusional or like just not realistic. But I'm okay with that, because honestly, if I have to be slightly delusional in order to operate in this world without losing myself and or losing my mind, irony, because I'm talking about delusion and saying that, but saying that being delusional will help me not lose my mind. Anyway, If I have to be slightly delusional in order to operate in this world without losing myself and without losing my mind, then so be it. Because I believe it was a wise Nigerian philosopher by the name of Burna Boy that once said, I can't come and kill myself. At the end of the day, this is just how I'm choosing to change my perspective on ideas of work that I was told I had to conform to and that I was told that I didn't really have a choice in. It's my opinion, and not all opinions were created the same. So honestly, take what makes sense and leave what doesn't. Take what works for you and leave what doesn't. Live your life however it best pleases you, and just try not to hurt anyone in the process. Like, that's the best you can do. That's the best any of us can do. So that's it. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Very little research, mostly just vibes. I really want to know what you think. I want to know if anything I said resonated with you, because I don't think I'm the only one who feels this way. I can't be. But imagine if I am. Imagine if I am the only one that feels this way. Mad. Thank you so much. So much for watching and staying to the end if you did, because like I said at the beginning, it's important in order to get like my full argument, my full thought process behind this. That's it from me, baby. That's it from me. I appreciate you endlessly. I'll see you on the flip side. Bye.